Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shape me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning, there ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night, got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, this a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want.
Chelsea on the receiving end of that very public rant from their manager after losing another London derby on Saturday, whereas Spurs are fresh from that last gasp win on Sunday at Fulham. Now they're in the stadium on the Fulham Road. Let's give you the team news. Mauricio Sarri hoping that this 11 will find the motivation which was missing on Saturday. Kepa Arrizabalaga is in goal, but at the back a couple of changes in the first leg. David Luiz returns for the injured Christensen, and Emerson replaces Marcus Alonso. They are unaltered in midfield with Ross Barkley again alongside the nailed-on names of Conte and Jorginho. Gonzalo Higuain not signed in time, Morata not fit and wants to leave, but Olivier Giroud does play, allowing Eden Hazard to operate wider. Pedro's also in. Willian and Hudson-Odoi dropped down to the bench from that first game. Lucas Piazon on a Chelsea first-team team sheet after a 6-year gap. Mauricio Pochettino again pumps for his cup keeper, fellow Argentine Paulo Gazzaniga. After 3 at the back at Fulham, Spurs revert to a back 4 with Serge Aurier and Ben Davis at full-back. Moussa Sissoko and Eric Dyer are fit to return in midfield, just as well with Dele Alli joining the absentees of Kane and Son, of course. Ali hurt at Craven Cottage, where Fernando Llorente had a difficult game with that own goal, but he does keep his place. But Lucas Moura is another who's on the comeback trail. He's an option from the bench after a knee injury. So just to confirm, no away goals rule, no extra time. If the aggregate scores a level after 90 minutes, straight to a penalty shootout. It can't be a long night, but it will certainly be a gripping one. It's Chelsea against Spurs for a place in the Carabao Cup final, and it's live. Alan Smith on his special subject, big strikers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Spurs will be delighted to see this fella start. Would have much preferred Hazard in that unfamiliar role as a false 9, but Alderweireld and Vertonghen know they're in for a game now, in for a physical challenge, amongst other things. And I'm sure Giroud will want to prove a point tonight. Maybe Llorente will as well. I'm glad he's been given another chance, actually. It's hard when you haven't started many games to pick up the pace, but given the service, I'd expect his game to be much better than it was at Fulham on Sunday.
Just a reminder, it's been a tough path for both to this stage. Chelsea having to win at Anfield, for example. Spurs at Arsenal, for example. A total of 8 games for the two clubs, 7 against fellow Premier League opposition, and the other for Chelsea against a very good Derby County side that had knocked out Manchester United in the round before. Spurs kick off with a 1-0 first leg lead to defend, and they hope improve. Chelsea will have other ideas, and here's Azpilicueta looking for Giroud. Expect more balls like that tonight than has been the case when Giroud's been confined to the role of substitute. Pitch in pristine condition, and the weather chilly enough to make sure the players to run around, and that's what Mauricio Sarri will want. Determination, motivation. And it was interesting to hear Joe Cole say that he believed it was a calculated response to that disappointment at Arsenal, that despair really at Arsenal.
I think we'll only need 5 minutes, Martin, to see the attitude of these Chelsea lads. You'd expect them to start quickly.
Well, typified by David Luiz coming forward there. It was a good piece of work by Moussa Sissoko. As we suspected, have settled into the diamond. Lamela is the second striker up with Llorente. Aurier back in favour after an absence for domestic reasons. And again, Vertonghen.
Fantastic atmosphere here, and easy for the players to go along with that, to up the game, play quicker than maybe they otherwise would.
But starting for the first time since his appendix operation. He'd come on briefly and was on the pitch when Tottenham snatched that winning goal at Fulham on Sunday. Tonga. Trying to, I'm sure he was aiming for Ben Davies, but he did find him. Out by Jorginho.
Importantly, he does get his first few touches right. Morente just build up a bit of confidence. He'll be happy to have Lamelo a bit closer than he had anybody at Fulham.
Just a little psychological difference you would expect when you start a game 1-0 up or 1-0 down compared to kicking off as you usually do at even Stevens. Piece of work by Sissoko. He's made a very quick recovery from his injury. In fact, Spurs are getting a lot of players back with Lucas Moura. Wanyama's going to be fit for the weekend, we understand. And of course, it's the ones who are missing the goal threat. Considerable goal threat of Kane and Son and Ali. And the Lucas Moura on the bench as well. Here's a bit of a pacey attacking from Pedro. Casaniga was diving to his right, but Alderweireld was able to intervene.
And we had the freedom of that right flank. Ben Davies got caught upfield when his team lost it.
First real thrust from Chelsea, and it got Pedro in.
Yeah, he's not the sort of player you want to be given this kind of space. Definitely onside. Davies is never going to get back. Quite often so deadly in these situations.
David Luiz spotting the run of Azpilicueta, but not quite able to find him. It's the kind of pass that the Brazilian plays so well.
It has been a good start from Chelsea, full of intent. They want to set the tone here.
It's quite a task for them, Alan, when you think that he needs to win by a 2-goal margin to go, obviously, through to the final without a penalty shootout. And Spurs have only lost by a 2-goal margin once away from home in the last 13 months.
Well, don't boast a great record here either over the years.
In the Chelsea side that beat Spurs in the League Cup final 4 years ago. It's the last time they won it, and of course the last time Spurs won it they beat Chelsea in the final back in 2008. So many connections here. And from Sissoko, there goes David Luiz. Lamela beckoning Aurier forward. Really get that extra zip and zest that a semi-final should produce without any motivational speech from the manager. Morente looking to Eriksen and Conte matched his run and now receives the pass as Chelsea try to play out from the back. Jorginho is the master of that. The teams are getting around him, as Jamie Redknapp was illustrating so perfectly in the studio. Stopping Jorginho playing. Looks as though Christian Eriksen's got a bit of that to do, as well as to put his own creative stamp on the evening.
I mean, he's not a marker in the sense that others might be. He's going to be the one want to gain some space. Eriksen.
Crossed by Emerson, who featured in that win at Anfield. In fact, he scored in Chelsea's 2-1 success at Liverpool. Here's the Liverpool-born Ross Barkley. Nice take. Sissoko. And Davis, former winner of this competition with Swansea. Towards Lamela, who's just trying to get just the point you were making, Alan, really Eriksen into that space. Martin Atkinson's the referee.
Well, it's one of those nights when those sort of challenges players are perhaps going to make the most of. We'll see how much contact there is here. A little late, but maybe just on the follow-through he gets caught.
Well, remember that VAR is involved tonight. It played a decisive role in the first game. Martin Atkinson actually refereed the Stamford Bridge Carabao Cup semi-final last year Chelsea against Arsenal. It was the first leg then, and my recollection of it is that he didn't use VAR hardly at all. David Luiz needing some prolonged treatment.
It can be painful. Looks like he may have just twisted his knee. David Luiz opened it up, perhaps.
Well, Ethan Ampadu is now the central defender on the bench. He's the senior one, although he's only 18. It's Christensen, who would have started, we understand, in place of David Luiz. He was just a little less than 100% after training yesterday. I was wondering whether he's got a decision to make here. He needs advice from those who are still trying to get David Luiz back on his feet.
It's first few minutes and there's no intent. It's not a foul from Eric Dyer. It's just on the follow-through. First time of looking at it, the Chelsea lads might think it was a bit naughty, but it wasn't.
He's going to be checked out on the far side, which is slightly encouraging. If he was coming towards us, it might be more an indication of the end of the evening. Rueful.
He might have just tweaked a ligament there.
Had a tough time against Tottenham in the league game at Wembley. Spurs won 3-1. Giroud was beaten to it by Alderweireld and headed by Aurier. Luiz is going to have a go anyway. It's back on. Gets the ball straight away. He plays a clever pass too. Made possible by N'Golo Kanté's going down that right side. Another challenge by Dyer. This one is seen as a foul.
Yeah, some quick feet first from N'Golo Kanté and then Jorginho. Again, Eric Dyer involved. This time there may have been a little bit of contact. Good chance here to get Giroud involved in the box. Two centre-halves.
Spurs in a tight line there. Hazard takes. And there's a tangle. It's caught Martin Atkinson's eye. And it was a foul by Rudiger on Vertonghen. Not, as the Chelsea fans hoped for a moment, the other way around.
No, not always easy for refs to see these, but that was right in front of Martin Atkinson.
Spurs have won the last 3 meetings. The best sequence against Chelsea since the early 1960s. And they won here. Alan was mentioning earlier, Spurs had a wretched record here. They went 30 games without a win. They were none out of 30, now they're 1 out of 1, a 3-1 win in the league here. Eriksen scored in that last April. It's the first time back since then. He's put a couple of passes, so David Luiz, as if he's not been touched, then had treatment for a couple of minutes. Jorginho. Giroud. By Vertonghen. Kick long, and Giroud can do that sort of thing very well. Aurier is attacking into the feet of Sissoko. Giroud coming back, might have fouled him. Sissoko stays down now, and here's Hazard on the move, and Spurs might have a problem with the Barrows.
Not a good tackle, that. First time of viewing, I thought he connected with the ball, but we get a better idea on the replay. These are the kind of positions even Hazard wants to get into. Now he's tripped him. He has tripped him. He'd be much happier picking up the ball in these areas. Even Hazard's going at his man.
He wants to take the free kick again. Chelsea looking to level it up on aggregate. In the Carabao Cup semi-final. Tight formation defensively. Pochettino's players picked up by Hazard. A deep one. Come down to Barkley with Giroud. Giroud was going for goal and didn't really connect.
It's all going on in there again. Another couple of players go to ground. There's some appeals from Chelsea lads. Is that Azpilicueta down there? Gets hold of Ben Davies, Azpilicueta, so it's almost him fouling.
So what are we, not quite 3 years on from the Battle of the Bridge, which was arguably the most violent match played in England in the last 3 years.
Well, this has got the potential to be quite feisty. Just feel Chelsea a little bit sharper at the moment.
Alderweireld. Trying to flick it on. Box for Jorginho. Confuses it back to Rudiger. Hazard lurking on the left, wanting one to set him off, but it is gets it short from Emerson. Barkley. Spurs pushing up. Luis trying to disturb that with the range of his passes, and again, not quite got it into the run of Azpilicueta. Well, he's here, Gonzalo Higuain. Somewhat surprisingly that Chelsea in the past have the cock to snook at buying older players. He's 31. But they do need somebody to improve their goal output, and of course he had one wonderful season in Naples for Napoli under Maurizio Sarri, and he scored over 40 goals. The current Chelsea boss, they'll be hoping to find that kind of formula again.
I don't know how much of a sticking plaster it'll be, or will it be a little more permanent? No doubt in his quality.
Well, he's younger than Giroud. And younger than Llorente, of course, who is the eldest of the three.
I'm sure Chelsea would just be hoping they could promote from within. Yeah, a lot of people would hope that.
Doing a job for Tottenham in these early minutes.
Well, he's got to do a lot of this. He just doesn't want to get a booking early on in this match.
Emerson. Hazard. Into Conte. His teammates there, Giroud in particular, but Spurs forced Chelsea to go back. Rudiger. And now Lamella has a break on for Tottenham now. Llorente. Going to run away from the opposition.
Thought we had maybe a Chance to slip in Lamela then. I've got to be a bit more measured on the counter-attack. Less pace.
Sissoko. Amiga with accurate distribution, but it hasn't got Tottenham out of their defensive third.
He's good with his feet, Casemiro. They've been under the cosh, the visitors. Only in 18 minutes, but a good start from Chelsea.
Interesting sentence used by Maurizio Sarri yesterday about Eden Hazard. His potential is higher than his performances. So a bit of a dig in the ribs, and he's described as a great player, which we all know he is, but not a leader. The man who captained Belgium to third place in the World Cup.
Well, that's no criticism. Not everybody is a leader in the natural sense, but he does it by example, I think.
He pointed out Azpilicueta and David Luiz as strong voices perhaps in the dressing room. The thing about Eden Hazard is he's a very self-deprecating sense of humour. He's by no means a superstar in his own imagination, that's for sure. A very modest man. There's David Luiz.
I'd just be keen, Tottenham, to start playing a little bit of football. Start passing the ball. It's been difficult early on.
Barkley, put it away. Haven't had too much possession this far up the pitch. But conceded at the other end of the pitch. Anderson tries to see it out. Lewis. Between the legs of Llorente. He's trying to build a bit of a platform here, Spurs, you sense, not taking too many risks. Plenty of players who will get behind the ball.
Just feeling the way into this shape with a different personnel as well. As always, as is so often the case, Christian Eriksen's so important to their attacking play. Get the ball to him.
Panic from Dyer as he was closed down quickly by Giroud. Dyer to Lamela. Off to Eriksen. Davis setting off as soon as Lamela touched the ball. Eriksen waiting to bring the Welshman into play. It wasn't the perfect pass because Davis was going at full tilt. Needed to be right into his stride to get maybe the kind of cross that would have opened up Chelsea, but they've got a corner.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Eriksen finding some space, options ahead. Could he have slipped it into Lamela? He doesn't usually make the wrong choice.
On the move, David Luiz missed it. Down to Wirabujana. On by Hazard, collected by Eriksen. Now Lamela. Now Winks. Well, by Rudiger, at least he got his head to it, but it went straight to Lamela. And it's just flick behind for another corner.
A bit untidy that from Chelsea.
Now swinger again. Well, picked up Alderweireld. A free run at this on the penalty spot. Goes towards the near post, doesn't reach it. Davis did for Lamela. business now for the Pochettinos. Sebastiano, his son's a first-team sports scientist. His 17-year-old son Maurizio is Maurizio with a Z, not a C. His dad is in the youth team at Spurs.
No doubt he's got a strong connection to the club.
Hazard. There's Rudiger. Giroud had actually pulled away a little bit, and had it been more precise, might really have suited Chelsea. He knew it, Olivier Giroud.
There's a little bit of space there. I mean, the first goal is always important in a match, but tonight I just feel it's doubly so. Spurs get it. A couple of goals to the good. It's difficult for Chelsea, but Chelsea get it. Tails up, crowd behind them. It'll be a really difficult night for Spurs.
Of course, the home game in the semi-final last year finished goalless, which would be a disaster for Chelsea tonight. That was the first leg against Arsenal. And they were beaten 2-1 at the Emirates in the second leg. Emerson. Now Barkley. He's never been on the winning side, either Everton or Chelsea, against Tottenham.
It's always on, isn't it? Left to right.
Conte. Pedro. This one to Velasquez, and Chelsea have a corner. Well worked. Well defended by Winks, stopping the cross coming in.
Yeah, he's having to shuttle out there from a narrow position, Harry Winks.
Suggesting the short corner has drawn two Tottenham players out. They still do go short. Quetta hasn't quite rehearsed that, but it's given Chelsea still a chance to put the ball in a dangerous fashion towards Rudiger. Here's David Luiz. And the flag is up.
I think this short corner would have petered out if it hadn't have been for Eden Hazard's magic. Touch from Vertonghen, I think, in the end, that takes it away from him.
Aurier. He's last seen in the FA Cup third round win at Tranmere, where he scored a couple of goals from right back. Ericsson. By Dyer. Now Llorente. Oh, it's behind Lamela. Chelsea can counter-attack from Llorente's mistake with Hazard. Heading off Giroud. Hazard. It was an early ball that took Alderweireld a little bit by surprise.
I don't know what he was trying to do, really, the defender. Bring it under control, knock it back, seemed to be in two minds.
Chelsea on the receiving end of that very public rant from their manager after losing another London derby on Saturday, whereas Spurs are fresh from that last gasp win on Sunday at Fulham. Now they're in the stadium on the Fulham Road. Let's give you the team news. Mauricio Sarri hoping that this 11 will find the motivation which was missing on Saturday. Kepa Arrizabalaga is in goal. But at the back, a couple of changes in the first leg. David Luiz returns for the injured Christensen, and Emerson replaces Marcus Alonso. They are unaltered in midfield with Ross Barkley again alongside the nailed-on names of Conte and Jorginho. Gonzalo Higuain not signed in time, Morata not fit and wants to leave, but Olivier Giroud does play, allowing Eden Hazard to operate wider. Pedro's also in. Willian and Hudson-Odoi dropped down to the bench from that first game. Lucas Piazon on a Chelsea first-team team sheet after a 6-year gap. Mauricio Pochettino again pumps for his cup keeper, fellow Argentine Paulo Gazzaniga. After 3 at the back at Fulham, Spurs revert to a back 4 with Serge Aurier and Ben Davis at full-back. Moussa Sissoko and Eric Dyer are fit to return in midfield, just as well with Dele Alli joining the absentees of Kane and Son, of course. Ali hurt at Craven Cottage, where Fernando Llorente had a difficult game with that own goal, but he does keep his place. But Lucas Moura is another who's on the comeback trail. He's an option from the bench after a knee injury. So just to confirm, no away goals rule, no extra time. If the aggregate scores a level after 90 minutes, straight to a penalty shootout. It can't be a long night, but it will certainly be a gripping one. It's Chelsea against Spurs for a place in the Carabao Cup final, and it's live. Alan Smith on his special subject, big strikers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Spurs will be delighted to see this fella start. Would have much preferred Hazard in that unfamiliar role as a false 9, but